Hi, everybody. This is Larry from Ham Radio Live. My call sign's Kilo 7 Hotel November. Forgot to give you the forecast for the coming weekend for radio, and there's some good conditions coming. Some good conditions enough to turn your radio on. First of all, let's take a look at the magnetosphere view. It's going to give us a really good look at why we're saying what we're saying. Look at those sunspot regions. There's quite a few of them here. We've got quite a few in the north and south. Possibly some CMEs could come from 4349 there, which is on the southwestern edge of the sun. They're coming into Earth-facing view, but quite a few of them are here. And so good conditions, and these SFIs should increase just a little bit more. Some great conditions coming up. Maximum usable frequencies worldwide look good to about 55 degrees north. 10 meters will go just for a short time, maybe midday, and then it's going to start to drop down to 12 and 15. But you do have a short window in the north to work 10 all the way into nearly the equator. So great conditions on maximum usable frequencies. QRZ, SFI all the way up to 194 now. Some great numbers. Sunspot numbers at 195. A-index is a bit high. We're coming back from a solar storm that really caused everything to go low here on the bands. That's why you see HF band conditions fair throughout the world, but they are improving, and we should have a much better forecast for the weekend. So your HF radio forecast for the coming weekend, SFI should stay great, well above 150 the next few days. Possible CMEs might come from that one sunspot region through Tuesday. Band should stabilize by mid-Saturday, meaning quieter conditions, not an S3 or S4 noise floor, just better overall. Best EX, daytime ham radio 15, 12, and 10. If you're south of 50 degrees north, all modes are available. That's 20, 17, 15, 12. Remember, 10 meters is going to work from about 50 degrees north to the south. Nighttime amateur radio, HF conditions great all the way up to 20 meters. Late into the evening, with SFIs this high over the last few days, 20 should be juiced well past sunset. So work DX on 20, you'll make some great calls. We do have some QSB that's known as fading on the band, so please, be aware you're going to have a little bit of fading on weak signals. Nighttime amateur radio openings, the typical 160, 80, 60, 40, 30, and 20 meters, way past, maybe 2 hours past sunset. And just work your way down to 40 and 80 as conditions degrade on 20 meters, and you'll be making some good DX. Shortwave people, well, you've got great SFI to get some great DX around the world. Fading on weak signals, however, we've got a prominent BZ latitude component, which is basically the sun's energy versus northern and southern hemisphere. Currently minus 4.4. That's not awful, but it will show fading. So expect some fading on the bands during the daytime and in the evening. Shortwave daytime bands 31, 25, 22, 19, 15, and 13. Nighttime shortwave, this is a great weekend to DX signals on shortwave at night. Really good weekend. Should have great conditions, a little bit of fading out there, but still solid conditions. 120, 90 meters, 75 meters, 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22, and 19 meters after dark sounds great for about an hour to an hour and a half past sunset in both hemispheres. Your top DX nighttime band, shortwave, going to be 60, 49, 31, 41, 25, and the 19-meter band. So that is your forecast for the HF bands for the coming weekend. Sorry I didn't get that segment in. We will talk the next show about long wave. We don't ever talk about long wave anymore. There's not a lot of stations out there. They're in Europe and other places like in China, but we'll talk about long wave and kind of question why it's not used as much as it should be, because long wave signals, you're going to hear them as strong during the day as you will at night. It's an interesting phenomenon. We'll talk about that. Also, we'll talk about somebody else who got in trouble for doing the wrong thing. It's an old story, but it's an interesting way that he got in trouble. I hope you like that coming up. Want to say hello real quick to my dear friend Mike One, Sierra Delta Hotel. That's our friend Steve in the UK. Good evening, my friend. It's good to see you, mate. Also, Bill Myers in the state of Wisconsin. Bill, hello and thank you again for the gifts of the keyboard, the wired keyboard and the mouse. I could certainly use them. Good forecast, great DX, and a great time to use your radio this weekend. Use it before the solar cycle starts to really drop. It's a good time to be an amateur shortwave or DXing. Wherever you are, God bless you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.